a dog. So the majority of us do, and for those of us who might not, I'm sure at some point in your life you may decide to have a pet of your own, whether it be a dog, a cat, guinea pig, or a pet rock. I'm sure we've all thought of a pet that we want to own for ourselves. Well, I am the proud owner of a 2-year-old Siberian Husky. This is my best friend Nala, and today I'm going to teach you guys, or I'm going to tell you guys about how to take care of a Siberian Husky. These breeds are so unique, and they're one of the most popular breeds, but a lot of the times you don't really know what you're getting into. So this can apply to you with whatever animal you're getting. You don't have to necessarily be getting a Siberian Husky, but whether you're searching for an animal that is going to suit your lifestyle, you should always do your research and consider what responsibilities that you'll have. So first things first, I'm going to give you a background on Siberian Huskies. Of course, they look like wolves, and they were actually bred by the Chukchi people in northeastern Asia to be sled dogs. And in 1909, they were brought to Alaska, and they saved lives in 1925 in a small town named Nome, Alaska. And what happened was there was a giant blizzard, and there was a breakout of diphtheria, which was an epidemic in that little town. And there was no way that help could get to the town because there was a giant blizzard. So what they did is they assembled a team of sled dogs, and that entire team of dogs took, along with their trainer, took medicine to this town of Nome, Alaska. And there's actually a statue that was put up in commemoration, or in honor of this lead pack dog that helped save this little town. So, given the fact that they're sled dogs, they love to run. So number one is you have to be able to love to run and live an active lifestyle for a Siberian Husky. Next thing you should be aware of is their hair. Because Siberian Huskies were bred to live in the Arctic and to withstand very cold temperatures, they have 2 thick layers of fur. They have an underlayer and they have an overlayer, and they shed about 2 times a year. So you don't have to worry about getting your dog groomed in the sense of trimming and cutting it, but you should take into consideration that you should brush your dog regularly. And if you're not one for hair, a Husky probably wouldn't be one for you. I have become best friends with a lint roller and a vacuum, so I've had to really implement a lot of extra house cleaning. And although I love to wear black, I always have to remember to have a lint roller on hand. Alright, so one of the main differences about a Husky compared to other breeds is their personality. They are also known as the Houdini dog, which stands for the fact that they are escape artists. So it's very important that if you're going to have a Husky, they should have an outdoor environment that's well secured. They also love to dig holes, so if you're a passionate person about your yard or your lawn, you should probably reconsider that. Or at least have a designated area where they can mess around a little bit. They also have strong predatory instincts, which means you should keep them away from smaller animals. They're not necessarily going to harm them, but you should keep an eye on them. And I actually have a little picture right here. This is my smaller dog. She's a little Shih Tzu, and Nala is the biggest bully to her. So that's just another way that you have to keep an eye on to make sure that they're not, those instincts aren't rising up. And they're extremely intelligent. One thing that's funny is this isn't going to be your normal master and dog relationship. Huskies are smart enough to know that you are trying to train them, so if they want to do it, they'll do it on their own. As compared to maybe a German Shepherd or other easily trained dogs, a Husky has more of a personality. It's kind of a little bit of an ignorant one, and it's like, I don't have to do what you tell me to. They also aren't barkers, but they are howlers. So I'm sure many of you have seen YouTube videos of the Husky quartet, or these Huskies that are talking to each other and they're howling. Well, they're very prominent howlers, and according to an Animal Planet documentary, their howl can be heard up from 10 miles away. So I think that's pretty cool, just because they're a dog. And one thing that I found extremely interesting is that because these dogs were bred to be sled pullers, they have also developed a way to change their metabolism. They're always running, and they have a way to save and store energy much better than any other dog, any other breed has been. So they're able to change their metabolism so that they can survive and that they can withstand these harsh instances that they're put into. I was reading an article, an actual academic article by Columbia University, and they're saying that Huskies possess 7DHD4 length variants, and those are types of alleles. And what it does is it makes this particular breed of dog have dog ADHD, which is actually exists, and I actually didn't know that until I read this article. But also among them was one of the longest known alleles, which is only seen in wolves. So I think that can also stand for their wolf-like look that they have. So in conclusion, whether you are wanting to get a Siberian Husky or any type of pet, it's always important to do your research and know what you're getting into. And by doing so, you can assure that you're going to have a long and happy life with your canine friend. Thank you.